Hello guys, KP Shamino here with a new video for Call of the Wild the Angler. And yesterday we had some news on the Facebook, very important news that I'm going to share with you guys. And I'm going to give my thoughts too. So this is what they write under this picture. This image I put here myself. So patch 2.1 is coming next week with Souvenirs and Legendary Fish for Japan. So that's very fast, I need to say. And I hope that in the souvenir shop they are going to put some equipment. Because the previous area, South Africa, didn't have a kind of roto reel in the souvenir shop. And what I saw was a very big mistake. Because you need to ask yourself the question. So most people buy this game. They go to Golden Ridge Reserve. They build up their rating to 1000 in that area. They got access to the shop with all the souvenir gear. And why would you ever need to go somewhere else for 1000 if in that area souvenir shop there is no equipment? That's what I saw by myself too. So South Africa, I was building up my ranking or rating. They introduced a souvenir shop. I saw that it was only for cosmetics that I need to keep farming all those irritating gear challenges, and I just stopped with that. So I hope that they are going to introduce equipment in the souvenir shop, and good equipment, because if they are going to put a piece of equipment in that shop, I think it's probably going to be a casting rod. Why a casting rod? For the next. So if you see here, they are going to introduce a legendary fish for Japan. My guess is possible the Taimen is incoming, but I'm a little bit worried at the moment that we can land the Taimen with the equipment that we got at the moment. So, and I think that the casting setup with the shed, jigging is the best what you can do fishing wise for the Taimen. So my guess is if they introduce a new equipment, it will be a casting rod. It's possible it's going to only be cosmetics. That makes my life a lot easier. Then I don't need to worry anymore on this lake for ratings either, because I'm not really interested in cosmetics. I'm here to fish. If I play a fishing game, I want to fish. I'm not really interested in cosmetics, but we need to wait. And then the next one, the rod holders. So you guys can see here, this is the image. There are two images that we got here. So there are two rod holders. And what I saw right away is this. So I already saw it on the first pictures that they teased a couple of weeks ago. It's very basics. It's a rod holder. It's very basics. I'm a little bit not worried because I'm very happy at the end that they go with the basic setup and maybe work the way up to an electronic rod pot. Because what we see in this game is if they start introducing overcomplicated systems, most of the time they introduce it very bad. Remember the ground bait, 2 minutes, the ground bait boat. It's all bad implemented. So they go back to the basics, but there are a couple of things that you need to do right with the basics too. Because I'm going to tell you guys something. So I found this on the internet. This is a similar system. I fished with this system 41 years ago. To say to you guys, it's very basic. So I used this when I went fishing. When I was 6-7 years old, when I started to fish the first time, I used this one. But that does not mean that you need to have a couple of mechanics right. First of all, I don't see bells. So that's already a very big problem. How are they going to do that? I don't hope that we are going to sit here, because this share is something new too. Probably we are going to get that too. But I don't hope that we are going to sit here and that it's going to make the strike sound that it got now. And that it's just two sounds that we are going to hear, because otherwise you cannot see the bite in this game. You know that, right? It's not like in other games. Here you get strike, you need to strike. In other games, they go away and you strike. So that's not the case in this game. And that makes it very problematic, because you got a very narrow window to strike. So are we going to get bells? I don't know. But I don't hope that they are going to do it with the sound of the strike this time. Another very big problem that I saw is how are they going to do it if you got bite on 2 of them? Because you cannot move if you got a rod in your hand. So what can we do in Fishing Planet, for example? If I got a bite here, I take this rod. I got a bite here, I put this rod over here, I take this, and so on, and I can get 2 fish in. That's something that possible is not going to happen in this game. Why? Because you simply cannot move with a rod in this game. A very big problem too. So there are some problems that I see coming. Another thing is I hope that they thought about the spawn system, because if you don't calibrate your spawn system on this kind of fishing, you get in trouble. We had in Fishing Planet for a long time the duplication of the uniques. This can happen here probably too. So I'm a little bit worried about this system. I hope that they introduce it right, because it's not just getting rod holders in the game and put a couple of rods in the water. Everything around it needs to work too. It's very basic. This is, by the way, €7 on the internet. So let's wait and see. I don't know, but I'm just going to say it to you guys how I think it's going to be. Then more fish variation. So that's very good. And a bunch of other new features and fixes. So I need to wait. I'm not going to get excited. So I want to see some equipment in the souvenir shop. The legendaries, I don't matter that much about them. So they can introduce what they want for me, because at the end, if they don't have gear here, yeah, no, that's not right, because you don't need to use legendary tokens, I think, for the souvenirs. I don't know. The problem is the legendary tokens are not really that important. You can see, if you make a video for the legendaries from Golden Ridge Reserve always get the most views, because that's where people get their tokens and buy their gear. The other ones, they need to find for the other areas something why you would farm the legendaries a little bit more. I don't see a reason why every Thursday I want to get a legendary. First of all, they are very irritating to get. And second of all, there is no reward for them. Besides Golden Ridge. The rod holders, we need to see. So let's wait. Probably Tuesday or Thursday. Wednesday is possible too. Monday, they never do it. Friday, they never do it. So those 3 days, I think we will get the update. That was it, guys. Thanks for watching. Have fun. Bye-bye.